Tinubu appoints Ambassador Mohammed as new DIA DG, names Adeola Ajayi DG of DSS. Charges them to reposition intelligence agencies, tackle security challenges. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of new Directors General for the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, and the Department of State Services, DSS. Presidential spokesperson, Ajuri Ngelale, in a release issued on Monday, stated that Ambassador Mohammed Mohammed is the new Director General of the NIA, while Mr. Adeola Oluwatosin Ajayi is the new Director General of the DSS. The new appointments, he said, was sequel to the resignation of the previous NIA and DSS chiefs, President. Tinubu expects that the new security chiefs will work assiduously to reposition the two intelligence agencies for better results and charges them to bring their experience to bear in tackling the security challenges bedeviling the country through enhanced collaboration with sister agencies and in surgical alignment with the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA. The President thanked the outgoing Directors General of the two pivotal intelligence agencies for their services to the nation. While wishing them success in their future endeavors, the former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, had on Saturday submitted his letter of resignation to President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja. Abubakar tendered his resignation after meeting with President Tinubu citing personal and family reasons for quitting the job. The ex-NIA boss was first appointed in 2018 by former President Muhammadu Buhari, who extended his stay in office in December 2021. Ambassador Mohammed has had an illustrious career in the Foreign Service since joining the NIA in 1995. He had served in various roles, culminating in his promotion to the rank of Director and his subsequent appointment as the head of the Nigerian mission to Libya. The 1990 graduate of Bayero University, Kano, had served in North Korea, Pakistan, Sudan, and at the State House, Abuja. The new DSS.The, Mr. Adeola Ajayi, rose through the ranks to attain his current post of Assistant Director General of the service. He had, at various times, served as State Director in Bauchi, Enugu, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Kogi.
Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has appointed new heads for Nigeria's intelligence agencies following the resignation of their predecessors. Mohammed Mohammed has been named the new Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, replacing Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, who resigned over the weekend after serving under two administrations. Adeola Ajayi has also been appointed the Department of State Services Director General. Ajayi, a career intelligence officer, replaces Yusuf Bichi, who was appointed by former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2018. Ajayi has held several key positions nationwide, including State Director in Bauchi, Enugu, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Kogi. His most recent role was Assistant Director General of the DSS. Joining us now on this show to look at the validity of these new appointments by President Tinubu is Mike Ejiofor, former Director, Department of State Services, and President, National Institute for Security Studies. Good morning, Mr. Mike Ejiofor. Thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, quickly, these new appointments, replacements at the NIA and the DSS. The two gentlemen, Mohammed Mohammed on the NIA side and Ajayi on the DSS side, they are both insiders, so tested, experienced intelligence officers. But there are expectations. People have been saying, look, we have banditry in the northwest, in the northeast, we have crude oil theft in the Niger Delta, we have kidnapping in the southwest, we have a general level or high level of insecurity in the country. Do you think that these two gentlemen are equipped to deal with these challenges and help us resolve our security problems, and that perhaps we see better performance, particularly on the part of the DSS that deals with domestic issues? NIA functions on the international front.
Yeah, before I go into the validity of the appointment, I must congratulate the two officers who have just finished their tenure, the DG NIA and the DGSS, YM Bichi. They have done their bit. We must give them the credit. And the president also acknowledged that, wishing them well in their future endeavor. I don't think it is the end of their service to this country. So we wish them well and hope that their predecessors in office will consolidate on their gains. For the DGNIA, he's been out of the country, serving in various troubled countries like Pakistan. So he has vast knowledge in terms of external intelligence, and as being a career service officer, I think he's very well equipped to tackle the challenges. Now, coming to Mr. Ajayi, like you said, and I know him personally well too, just like the outgoing DG. He's a career officer, intelligence officer, with vast experience, especially in the Niger Delta region. Like you said in your intro, you recall that he was a director in Rivers State. With his professional expertise, he was able to manage the dramatist personnel, the idiosyncrasies, and all the problems, you know, in Port Harcourt. Was able to manage all the dramatist personnel. So I believe too that you bring that experience to bear at the national level. One exciting thing about his appointment for me is that he was appointed from inside the service. You know, I've always advocated that career officers be appointed from within the service, you know, to enhance career progression. And this is a very well thought out appointment. He is also very popular among the staff. I think you will exploit that advantage at the national level to bring our national security challenges to bear. Again, he is, from my record, except I'm controverted, he's the youngest DG we have had in the service. And I think that you come in with vibrant ideas, new ideas, and you know, for those of us who are the old school, we'll be at the background also trying to give him that support to see that he succeeds. He's a very well-grounded officer, and I think he's going to do very well. I also want to wish him well and congratulate him.
Absolutely. We all do wish him well, and we join you to congratulate him again. Now, I'm glad you spoke about him coming in with some vibrant ideas and, you know, bringing in some youthful exuberance into his role. When one thinks of the DSS, there's almost a branding of fear that has now been tagged with the agency, as opposed to when you look at similar agencies around the world, there's a branding that leans more towards respect. Now, how important is it, do you think, for the DSS and the NIA to be repositioned from being feared to being respected? And are these men the men for the job with regards to that repositioning and rebranding?
Well, I don't think it's right to say that the SSS or the NIA is feared. Let us concentrate now maybe in the domestic intelligence. The SSS, as far as I know, have been very professional, although there might be one or two areas people have some misgivings. But if you look at the overall performance of the service, I think they have done averagely well. Comparing what is going on in Nigeria, don't forget that these people, the service officers, are people from Nigeria and not by Nigerians. So a lot of challenges are in there. We have issues of poverty, we have issues of unemployment, and that is not to say that the SSS will solve all these problems, but I think they need the support of the people, or the generality of the people, to ensure that they succeed. For me, I think these are very young officers, and Tosin, for him, as I know him, mixes very well. He's a socialite. I think he's going to bring that to attract maybe more patronage to the service, both from the other side. And I think both of them coming in at that same time will work harmoniously and see that they coordinate and tackle our security challenge, because security operations are driven by intelligence. So they should concentrate more efforts in acquisition of more technology, cooperation, and working, like the President said, with the Office of the NSA to ensure that we have seamless operations and be able to tackle our security challenges, which are actually very enormous.
Okay, good to see you again, Mr. Michael Jaffor. A couple of things. Yes, the DSS tries its best, and we commend them for some of the work they are doing as regards intelligence. But the problem is also they have a lot of challenges. Take, for instance, there have been some videos circulating, I've not been able to independently verify, of celebrations after this announcement was made, because obviously they said in the last administration of the DSS chief, morale was low. We remember the back and forth, even because of the former DSS chief's wife and the then candidate of the NNPP in Kano. You know, the high-handedness. If you remember that situation at the airport, if my memory serves me right. Also, the constant denial by the DSS when they pick up someone, they first say, oh, it's not in our custody. Next thing they say, oh, it's been in our custody. So, at an all-time low, and that's why people will not want to volunteer information, because security is for all of us. How will Tosin, like you call him, be able to bridge all of this gap? At first, morale issues. A lot of DSS officials are watching it as we speak. The morale is very low.
Well, I will not entirely agree with you. Morale, you know, in any given society or organization, there are bound to people who are happy. There are also bound to people who are not happy. That is the society. As we are looking at Nigeria now, some people are benefiting and think this is the best administration. Others see it otherwise. So, but I want to tell you authoritatively that that video, you thought I saw it yesterday. It's not true.
Okay.
It was a different event about 2018. So I don't think there's I can tell you that on authority. So, you know, with this social media, a lot of people, they dig up videos and begin to circulate. I agree. If Mr. Bichi is a human being, he's not a perfect human being. He has his shortcomings, he has his good sides. So if you cannot hold him accountable for what was done by another person, but it goes to say that his own image will be affected somehow. I agree to that extent. But that has nothing to do with the operations of the service.
The high-handedness of his wife? What about the high-handedness of his wife, which was a big concern for a lot of people? I mean, you remember that skirmish? That you'll be wondering, a wife of an official like that, you know, using power? She was not the DSS chief. She was the wife of the DSS chief.
Rufai, I cannot exactly recount what transpired there, but I think the matter was resolved. Nobody said anything about it. It was resolved. So I don't think it should come to the issue of high-handedness of the wife of the DG. You see, people have their own excesses, their idiosyncrasies. So it should not be blamed on the husband. In fact, okay, let's not go there. You can see some public officials, their wives, their children, exhibiting affluence. The principal did not ask them to go and do that. So the SSS is not an exception. Why not saying that people should just go out and behave, irresponsibly.
Okay, Mr. Joffa, simple question. How do you compare the old school SSS, as it used to be known, to this new generation DSS? And how do you think that Mr. Ajayi can improve on citizen engagement? Because these days now, when people hear DSS, they just think that, it's the Gestapo coming after them and that they will be badly treated. How can he improve on citizen engagement so that people will know that, look, it's just involved in the business of gathering intelligence, not to harass or intimidate people for political reasons?
I can tell you that Mr. Ajayi is a professional. He is expected to exploit all the resources, both human and material resources. Now coming to the old school, where we belong to, our own operations were different from what it... Now you rely more on technology. In our time, it wasn't like that. So he has to have an admixture of both the old and the new, because you must also rely on the old for experience and blend it with technology to see that you succeed. So I think he has a lot of goodwill among the staff and goodwill among the retired staff. So I think he has a great advantage, and I believe he's going to do well.
All right. Thank you so much, Asmike Jofo, for your time. Former Director, Department of State Security, and President of
the Alumni Association.
Yeah.
Of National Institute for Security Studies.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Okasan the Journeyman TV. And ring the bell so you never miss any of our videos with the latest information, news, and adventures coming. We've got more exciting journeys coming up for you.